Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game on Mole. Would you please put your hands together and give a lovely, warm, good chat welcome to the lanky streak of piss that is the fabulous host with the most, Mr. Aimon Clark!
Oh, yes. My name's Aimon. I'm a lanky streak of piss. That was a bit rude. Welcome to Game on Mole, Brisbane's only live game show podcast, I think. Make some noise if you've been to one of these before or you've kind of listened to it before, you're kind of familiar. Yeah! Oh, look at that retention rate. Stunning. Make some noise if you've never been here before and you've got no idea who I am. Yeah. How rude. Well, there's so much to learn. Basically, it's a live version of a quiz show. We've got two teams playing against each other in a battle of wits. One person is randomly and secretly assigned as a mole. Even I don't know who it is. Their job is to make their team lose and evade detection. So at the end, we're going to be voting for a mole, and the audience votes as well too. And the audience has actually been pretty good at picking the mole in the past. So you need to be keeping an eye out for any moley behaviour. Just making sure, is this person, are they having a brain fart or is it sabotage at large? I don't know. I'm going to come to you at the end, so see if you can figure out who the mole is. We've got a fantastic panel this week. Let's invite them on. Here we go. Oh my God. First up, she's been a mole 4 times. She's caught every single time. It's the hilarious Rhi Down. Oh yeah. You know him from the Project N, Triple J, and down that end. And from being one of the best stand-ups in the country, it's Michael Hing. Oh yeah. Next up is a national treasure from Totally Wild. It's Ranger Stacey. And finally, music industry and television legend and the nicest man in the world is Ian Dicko Dickson. Oh, sorry. Welcome to Game on Mole. Thank you for coming, Rhi.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought there was going to be desks.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I wore this. I've got black pants on, so no one try and finger me. But I literally.
Do you want my jacket or something?
Yeah, I'm like, should I just? That feels a bit safer. Someone's put a wet drink on this, but that doesn't matter. Is that okay? Is that fuck the game if I sit here? Hey.
Yeah, but
hey, girls.
But now we can see your tea bag. So.
Yeah, but that's for you, Dicko, only. Yeah, that would
what
actually
a
be
gentleman.
great. Thank you so much. Look at this, we're already a team. I love that.
I'm never wearing that jacket again.
Dicko, I haven't seen you in a bit. What have you been up to?
Oh, I manage artists, and it's the worst fucking job on the planet. It really is. It's providing the unnecessary to the ungrateful. It is. It's like a half-baked coalition of the terminally deluded. It really is. Yeah, it's unpaid charity work, so I'm out of it. Fuck it. But what I have decided to do, I've started consulting to young kids who are financed by the bank of mum and dad. And it's a fucking good gravy train. Because there's so many pushy mums out there. And kids, apparently, are recession-free. Like, recession-proof. You'll spend money on horrible dogs and kids. So that's it. That's where I'm heading. I'm just going to give young Johnny, who can't sing a fucking note, he's a good leg up in the music industry.
I like to think of you responsible for the Australian Friday by Rebecca Black.
I really hope so.
Really
that's my dream. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm consulting.
He's being modest. Dicko's joining the Wiggles, and we're all looking forward to it.
I like the way that Dicko just doesn't hold back. You just tell us how it is, Dicko.
But you know, the funny thing is, I'm genuinely starting. I've got my website up and running. I'm going to do a hard launch next month, and I've decided to go a bit old school. I'm offering consultancies for young artists in 3 stratas. So nice fluffy bunny, mild, robust, and complete turbo nutter bastard. So if you really want to go on the black run and get old school Dicko being an arsehole to you, you can.
From Fluffy Bunny to Paulini, is that the top one? Michael, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You just kind of flew in, didn't you?
Yeah, and my plane landed at 12:17 or something, so I've come straight from the airport. And I don't know if this is just a Brisbane thing. $90 in a cab from the airport. Did I get fucked? Yeah. Fuck! The guy was like, no, it's a special weekend rate. And I was like, oh, I guess that's a Queensland thing. I don't know.
Via Ipswich.
Yeah. All right, well... Yeah, I know, it's fucked, right? And well, do you ever do this in a taxi where you think it's like more expensive than it should be? So you're like comparing what the Uber would be? And no, it's just me? Okay, look, I was so enraged by the time I was but also like anyway. Great to be here, so thrilled. Love Brisbane.
You know, in Queensland, every train ride is 50 cents at the moment.
Yeah.
Is there a train to the airport? No? Well, okay, great, thanks.
How's life been post radio? I know you do the podcast, but there's no text line on it.
No. Do I miss radio? I guess I kind of miss Triple J a little bit, but also I had a kid and got married, and at some point there is a point where they go, you have to leave or we'll take you out the back and shoot you. Do you know what I mean? Like Valet Kingsmill. You know what I mean? They like if you've got, there was a point where I did a radio show at Triple J with my friend Lewis Hobber. He had a kid. I was about to have a kid. I was getting married. He's still languishing in, unmarried, sinful living. And I guess, I was like, no one cares. No one wants to listen to an old man on Triple J talk about their kids. It's disgusting. So he had to quit. So I'm glad to be done.
So you made a podcast.
Yes, exactly.
And Stacey.
Hello.
Thank you for coming back. It's so good to have you back.
Yes!
Well, this is my first time here. I mean, I've obviously done Not On Your Rider at the Trifford, but this is my first time, at the Mole show.
The Mole
it's not
show.
called the Mole show, but what's it called? Game on Mole. Game on Mole.
It should be called the Mole Show.
I like moles. You know the little moles that they're
That's what I was going to ask you about.
underground and they're blind, and not that I've ever seen one, but I've seen them on TV.
I was going to say, because you've famously been pooed on by every animal.
I
in the world.
have actually, yes. Some worse than others.
Never a mole?
Never a mole, because I've never met a mole, but I've been pooed on by, I think a crocodile was the worst, because anything carnivorous is very stinky.
Oh, right.
So, crocodile, poo. Echidna's not that nice actually either, because they just it's full of termites and ants, and it's all that formic acid and everything. I've been bitten. I actually had a bite recently by a snake. I got bitten by a snake just 2 weeks ago.
What sort?
It was a jungle python. So it was like a far north Queensland version of a carpet python. His name was Jimmy, and Jimmy was meant to be the snake that would never bite anyone because he was so docile. And of course, little old Ranger Stacey just starts handling Jimmy. Luckily, it was for a kids' show. It was for the Wynnum Fringe actually. So we were doing this show called Dinosaur Cupcake Pajama Party, and I was myself. And there was all sorts of things in the show, including wildlife. And I had Jimmy all lined up. Went out the back to get him. This was like half an hour before the show started. Next minute, I'm just delivering my lines. I feel this sharp pain. Look down. Jimmy had his mouth. It was kind of contorted, like this. And the blood, though, there was so much blood for just a couple of puncture marks. But he wouldn't get off because obviously they have all backward-facing teeth. So I had to prise his mouth without hurting Jimmy, but also not ripping my skin even more. And then an instant, like a big bubble came up on top of my hand, because it might have been, maybe it got a vein or something. Then the organisers called the ambulance. So this is half an hour before all the kids were coming in. The ambulance came, and I'm just thinking they'll probably just wrap it up and stuff, but they pretty much insisted I go off to hospital. I said, it's just a carpet python. I'll go after the show and get some tetanus and everything. And I didn't want to be difficult, so I ended up going in the ambulance. I was going to walk out to the ambulance, but they wouldn't let me walk. They put me on the trolley. And so they're wheeling me out. I had a ranger costume on that had sparkly red and everything down the... And then since then, people that were lining up for the show have come up to me and said, I saw you that day being wheeled out to the ambulance, so I didn't get to do the show. I did it the next day.
Okay.
I did it the next day, but they had to make an announcement that Ranger Stacey's, there's been an incident in rehearsal. They didn't actually say what it was, but it was a snake.
You are so hot. I'm obsessed with you.
Are you kidding?
No, not at all. I'm fully in love with you. Oh my God.
You should have seen me 40 years ago.
Babe.
So,
thank you.
I'm a novice and an amateur when it comes to these things. Is that kind of snake venomous at all?
No, it's not venomous.
Right, okay.
So it's just a python.
You know how you said you had to prise the snake off without hurting Jimmy?
Yes.
What would have happened if you were just fuck this and smacked it against the wall?
Well...
is that illegal? Because if it's biting you...
Well, it wouldn't be a good look for Ranger Stacey, who is but
Just
I
choke
all
down a
animals
python.
Well, I almost did. That was only my second snake bite in a 40-year career.
Wow.
So I was only 8 when I started, of course. But the first time was like 20 years ago. I was in front of a grade 3 class at Barton, and the snake got me across the fingers, and I flicked it like that, and the snake did come off, and then I felt really bad because, you know, like all the kids saw me flick the snake onto the floor. And that time a half-digested mouse shot out the other end. So all of these kids are like wide-eyed going, oh my God, what's happening? I had to stuff it into the bag. And so anyway, it's a colourful life that I lead.
Is it true if you flick a snake, its food will come out of its butt?
That's what happened.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't it? Yeah, it was like it pooed.
Oh, you got to try that. That sounds great.
Not very pleasant.
Now that we've met our players, we're going to designate a mole. So 3 of these cards say player. One of them says mole. Just have a look. Don't give anything away. Just have a look and give it back to me.
I need my glasses.
Oh.
Where does it say?
It's in gold pen.
It's in gold
Oh,
at
is
the
it?
top.
Yeah, it looks like you need a UV light to look at it, Eamon.
No, it's all right.
We couldn't
Real
do
big.
blank white pieces of paper, Eamon.
You
You had to write it over a barcode.
I was trying to make it with a little bit of razzle dazzle. Sorry. If you're caught as a mole, there will be consequences. In the past, we've been making you sing "Seal's Kiss from a Rose." Ooh. I did find a helium balloon out the back. So
Stop
maybe,
looking at me.
Sorry. So maybe you got to do it again. After
I'm not the
inhaling
mole.
it. You have been the last 4 times. It's been incredible, and you've been caught every single time.
I know.
Are you the mole?
No.
Will?
See, we don't know if we can believe you. You seem lovely.
It's classic mole behaviour.
I'm not the mole. I'm just not smart. I'm just pretty.
Okay, let's get into it. It's the same as always. No yelling out, please, of course, from the audience. If you're the type of person who feels like they have to show how smart they are by yelling out the answer, we should hang out sometime. We've got a lot in common. But just whisper it to the person next to you. That's totally fine. Let's get into it. Round 1. Question 1 is individual.
Oh,
rounds.
so do we have a buzzer?
Oh yeah, that'll be in a bit.
Oh,
Okay.
We're gonna. Oh, here we go.
Round 1.
Very cool. Okay,
Hell
Dicko.
yeah.
Your question is, which term that describes trying to solve a problem and ending up with more than you bargained for originally came from fishing and referred to bait? What is that term?
What even is that question?
Can I be honest? I thought this trivia was about music.
Oh, no. It's about fishing.
It's in Boyzone. Yeah. I don't know. Biting off more than you can chew.
No, it's not. It's actually opening a can of worms, like your TV show, Can of Worms.
good try.
Silly Dicko.
Which you met Michael Hing on originally, right?
My first big TV thing was Dicko had stopped doing Can of Worms after a season, and then for this... No.
I created the show,
Yes.
and we produced it with Andrew Denton. And after the first series, it became obvious to me that I was too shit to host my own show.
No.
And I had to sack myself, and Chrissy Swan took over. And I don't ever remember being more desperately unhappy in my life. So thanks for bringing that up, Michael.
But the episode that I got to be on was Dicko's Glorious Return. So he came back as one of the guest panelists, and it was really fucking cool because I'd never done TV before. I get to be Dicko from from Can of Worms, from Idol, and all the incredible television. I was really excited to do that, and then I got so overwhelmed by the lights and the cameras that in all the show, I don't know if you remember, but they'd ask you various kind of conversation starter questions. You had to kind of argue them, and one of them was it was some like hot button issue about how people who move to Australia should have to learn English or something. And I was saying like, oh, well, people's grandparents move here, and I don't know if you've ever tried to teach a 90-year-old Croatian woman English, but I think that would be difficult. Anyway, it got fucking nothing. And afterwards, Andrew Denton came up to me, and I was like, oh my goodness, Andrew Denton's going to come and talk to me. He goes, that thing you said about the Croatian women, it's not funny. It's more of a debater's point. You're not trying to win, you got to entertain them, Michael. And he walked off. I was like, oh, fuck.
You got roused on, okay.
But Dicko was lovely the whole time.
Bob Catter, he was a nutter.
Yeah.
Blimey.
He's still around. Stacey, your question.
Okay.
Which band had members known as the Demon, the Spaceman, the Star Child, and the Catman? Catman.
Is that a song?
No, I was doing
I know
Scatman,
Batman.
but
Oh, okay. Which band had members known as the Demon, the Space? This is an old band.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, jeez. I
pass.
feel I need to say something. Can I pass?
Yeah, sure.
But I want to say something, but I've got no idea, so pass.
It's Kiss. And here's
No.
a picture of you and Kiss.
Really? I never knew that. That's Gene, Paul.
And the other two.
Yeah. Chris.
Did any of the members of Kiss shit on you or bite you?
Well,
Jean's looking a bit creepy.
this
though.
is interesting, actually, this photo. The reason why they're touching my tummy is because I was pregnant with my daughter, Maddie, who's actually out the back. So she's 21. She's my youngest daughter. And I was just sort of showing, I didn't have a huge belly, but everyone was really excited. This is Rove Live back in the 90s. And I was out the back. I was doing my animal segment, which I used to do every few months. And Kiss were the big guests of the night. They had their own green room, but everyone was so excited to meet them. So we're all hovering around with the entranceway as they go onto the set. And I was just standing there with like a whole heap of other people. Gene Simmons, he was terrifying. He looked straight at me and he made a beeline to me and he looked me up and down and he goes, "What have you been doing?" And I didn't ever
You'd
get
think
those
he would
things.
know, wouldn't you? Being in a
Well-
rock band.
Yes, especially him. I said to Gene Simmons, "Gene, I've been a very naughty girl." And that just came out of my mouth.
I'm
So that was
obsessed with
exciting.
you.
Longest tongue in rock. Gene
Yeah,
Simmons.
it's huge. It's like a giraffe, isn't it?
Michael, here's your question. Which
Sure.
vehicle consists of 3 parts? The envelope, burner, and basket.
Vehicle. Is it like a type of boat? Oh, if it's a basket, is it a hot air balloon?
That is correct. Well done.
Good job. Yes.
You launched your new podcast in a hot air balloon. I'm
Many
not
times had a. I think you many times had a pretty judgment. Yeah, it's not. What they don't tell you about doing a podcast in a hot air balloon is the burners are really fucking loud.
Yeah. I proposed to my wife in a hot air balloon, and the same
you?
thing happened to her. It was mid-proposal. I was like, "There's another reason I got you," and then it went for so long, and we were just looking at each other, just terrified.
The comedian Sam Campbell has a really funny joke about proposing in a hot air balloon. I think I'll butcher it, but it's something about how it's so romantic. It's just you and your partner and the hot air balloon guy. He's just standing there.
He's ducking down in this photo. But you've
Is
spoken.
that a hot air balloon? What's that noise?
That was a hot air balloon.
We're in a hot air balloon. You've spoken a lot about proposals and things like that, but something I didn't realise, you proposed at Splendour in the Grass 2022. Was it after you came on Not On Your Rider at Splendour?
Yeah, so I think I was filling in for a friend who was feeling a bit unwell that day, and I had been rushed onto to the stage to do that. And then I had also I'd planned on proposing to my now wife at that Splendour, but I had arrived without the ring. I'd forgotten the ring, and so the comedian Luca Muller I asked him, because he was coming past my house, I asked him to go into my house through the super spare key and get the ring. So at that point, when I'm playing that game, I'm also texting Luca being like, "Where's the fucking ring? Have you got it?" Which he did get eventually, which was good. So yeah, I'm very stressed out in that photo, is my point.
Well, you pulled it off for a win as well, if I remember correctly. And Rhi, yours is, with slightly different spellings, which first name was shared by 3 members of the Broncos squad this year?
Ooh, which first name was shared by 3 members? Okay. Fuck. I only remember everyone's last names. That's hard.
Convenient.
It's not Katoni. It's not Ricky. It's not Reese. It's not Corey. There's only one of them. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be related to me.
Well,
Because everyone's questions have been related. You pull up a
Oh.
photo of them and I'm like, who have I met? No one.
you just love the Broncos.
I love that. Look at me.
Well, oh yeah.
But first names is rough.
Well, I think maybe I've screwed it up because Corey was the answer that I thought.
Oh yeah, Corey. Oh yeah, Corey. Oh yeah, Corey Oates.
3 Corys.
They shot him up with ketamine, put him out of his misery recently. Oh yeah, see middle Corey. I'm like, who's that? Is
Yeah.
that middle
Corey
Corey? Is
Jensen.
Corey Jensen in the middle?
Yeah.
That's a fucking old photo then.
They do look like the same person.
Corey
That's
Oates, I literally have no idea who those two are.
good. All right,
There's
well.
also Corey Parker, but he's an old Bronco,
He's
isn't he?
yeah, no, he's
Past.
he's on it's like Cameo but for like football, and it's him with his shirt off. This is his profile pic in the dressing room. But recently, it's like a recent pic. I'm like, do you go into someone's dressing room and take
Oh, like-
your shirt off?
so
and
he's
his profile
retired from
pic?
football,
yeah,
but
he's
he's still in
retired
the
a
dressing
really
room.
long time ago. Anyway, interesting. Corey
There you go.
is
well,
my answer.
So Michael was.
Does she get that?
No, she doesn't. I'm sorry.
You know what's fucked too? I got my dad a cameo from Corey Jensen for Father's
really?
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it in like the worst lighting too. I had to actually like go in and fuck.
Take
with
his
it.
shirts off for your dad.
No, he didn't, unfortunately. But he did it right in front of a window, so you could barely see his face. And then I had to go in and I had to edit the video with contrast levels and shit, so you could actually see him. It literally looks like an anonymous interview on a documentary that he's done, like talking to my dad.
He's a whistleblower.
It was fucking weird. Anyway.
Well, interesting round. This next round is the boards round, but I'm just realising that I forgot the boards.
Wow! The professionalism.
There's a lot to think about. Okay, but I'm just going to ask them to you one at a time.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Team Dicko
Can we have
and
the same
Stacey.
answer?
No, we'll just work together for it this time.
Oh, okay.
So the question is, Britain's Wensleydale cheese dairies were facing bankruptcy when they were saved in 1995 by what fictional character declaring it his favourite cheese? And I'll do a video what you think about it.
Why so
What is
serious?
the go-to beatbox? All right, do you have an answer?
Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace is correct. Well done.
Wow.
good.
Wensleydale.
No,
Good job.
I know Wallace and Gromit. I feel really dumb, actually. I thought I was pretty good with general knowledge, but
Well,
this
we
is my
asked you
first time.
questions,
Has
yeah.
everyone else played this before?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
And I'm very stupid, Stacey, and you're very smart and you're very beautiful.
Stop it now.
I'm not gonna.
Here's your question. What movie title describes a situation in which a series of unwelcome or tedious events appear to be recurring in exactly the same way? And here's a video while you think about it. It's a vape beatbox.
Joel Turner's got a lot to answer for, hasn't he?
Are these videos relevant to the answers at
Yeah,
all?
what
No,
the
I
hell?
just usually people are writing on their boards.
What movie title?
I don't think
So
I
like the
understand
name of a
question.
movie? I don't understand the question either, Eamon.
Describes a situation in which a series of unwelcome or tedious events appear to be recurring in exactly the same way.
In exactly the same way, like it's like a sort of deja vu, Lemony
Yeah,
Snicket
something
series
like
of
that.
unfortunate events.
Um,
Like a Groundhog Day. This isn't my answer. I'm thinking out loud because I don't have the fucking board. Like a Groundhog Day, like a bad,
that makes sense.
like
Groundhog
a,
Day.
like a bad Groundhog
that's
Day.
like
I didn't watch the movie.
repeating.
Did he have fun in it? It said it's unwelcome or tedious.
Yeah, I think
events.
he.
Oh, it's like the montage they have, like the groundhog montages in films, in TV shows, like
I think
in
everyone in the
Supernatural.
audience is going crazy in their mind right now because you've said the answer like 7
Groundhog.
times. Yeah.
Oh,
Groundhog Day is
Okay.
correct. I'll give you
Okay.
that point. Well done. Okay.
Okay. yes.
That's good.
Good clapping.
Did everyone in the audience get that as well? Oh, wow.
Well, you guys
Smart.
were like fucking dumb
So
slut.
smart.
You think the audience in their mind was thinking that?
Yeah, I do actually think. Yeah, look at them. They're judging me for my short skirt and not getting the Broncos answer right. Wearing a Broncos shirt. Embarrassing. I feel embarrassed.
Well, we're going to play the love it or hate it game.
Okay.
So this is just a little question. You need to answer honestly unless you're the mole, and you need to lie if you're the mole, but sell it like it's true. So I'm going to ask you, what's a horror movie you love in honour of Halloween coming up? Everyone needs to answer truthfully unless you're the mole. Rhi, what's a horror movie you love?
Ooh, a horror movie I love is... I'm trying to think of something I saw recently that I really liked. I really liked Evil Dead 2 because it was really skits.
Yeah. That's
And
great.
like at one point they like just fling a little boy in the hallway and kill him, and I was like, that was so unnecessarily brutal. I love it. Like I really love camp horror, but I think Evil Dead 2 was my favourite, like actual horror. Like not B, you know, like B grade horror, it's like horror, it's like okay. And also Haunt. That was spooky.
Haunt.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
It's a Netflix movie. It's actually like quite good.
Okay. Michael.
I haven't seen many horror films,
Are you
but
scared?
I am. But does the Blair Witch Project count?
Yeah.
Because I've seen that. I went in whatever year it came out. I snuck into the movies to see it with my sister, who was younger than me, and she was so scared afterwards that she refused to ever stand in a corner again. But I was brave and sat through it, and very cool. And so that's one of the only ones I've seen. But yeah, I guess I'll say I love that film.
Okay, that's a good one.
I think I like. I haven't really seen many recently. I like all the old ones, and probably if I watched them again, they wouldn't be as scary. But I remember back in the day, The Shining with Jack Nicholson with his eyebrow. You know, it's like evil. Was he the baddie in that?
Yeah.
He was. Yeah. But I love The Shining. I also liked. What else did I like? The Exorcist.
Okay.
Anything to do with like demons and devils and that kind of stuff.
She
Freaks
bad
me
girl.
out.
She's a
And
bad girl.
It's the music. The way
I
they
think you'll
do
find
the
she's been a
music.
very naughty.
That's me.
And Dicko, what about you?
I love Barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
I just love the idea of an Airbnb with a ghoulish cave woman
Yeah.
murderously living under the basement.
Your dream.
Oh, it'd be awesome. I mean, look, you'd never become a super host, would you?
No.
But you wouldn't get many shit reviews either, would you? Because they'd all be dead.
Okay, interesting. Some interesting answers. It's hard to pick there. Let's get into the next round. Teams.
Round three is teams. Round three is teams. Teams is round three. Teams is round three.
So this is a joint effort.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys.
We're
we'll,
not.
we'll
I
start with you
don't
two.
relying on myself here.
No.
I'm relying on Dicko.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying my hardest.
So this one, I need you to give me the names of these Drag Race UK contestants from what their name is based on. For example, if I was like, here's a drag queen based on Pauline Hanson, what's their name?
Pauline Pansdown.
Pauline Pantsdown, of course. Pauline
Ooh,
Hanson.
is that an actual drag queen?
Yeah, do you know? I
Really?
don't like it.
I don't know Pauline Pantsdown.
Wow, you should check her out. Her stuff. Pauline Hanson, of course, the head of One Nation. Michael Hing, the head of One Asian. Of course, you might remember that.
Yes, there was some fraud, some light electoral fraud that I committed in 2019 or whatever it was. Yeah, 2018.
You never got in trouble for that?
Well, I no longer work at SBS, so there's that.
Okay, yours is.
Back.
This is a drag queen based on Cheryl Cole.
Ooh.
What's her name, do you think?
So do we use the Cheryl bit? Cheryl Mole.
Well, Cheryl Mole's a great one.
Is that something?
Do you have a
No.
thought?
I don't know. Do you think Hole would be in there somewhere?
Cheryl Hole?
Cheryl Hole. Cheryl's Hole.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, it's got to be whole.
Cheryl's Hole.
I'll go with that.
The answer is Cheryl Hole. Well done.
Well done. Oh, thank
done.
you for overriding me.
This drag queen is based on has a name based on the Cheddar Gorge.
Is this us?
Yeah.
Oh, Cheddar Gorge.
What do you think their name might be?
What about Cheesy Gorge?
Or do you want to lock that in?
What do you
Yeah,
reckon?
I'll lock it in.
It's Cheddar Gorgeous.
Oh, so you should give us that.
No.
It's just like when you like someone, you shorten their name. Like if people like me, they call me Stace.
Yeah.
It's a nickname.
It's true.
Hey,
But
Stace.
you're not buying it, are you?
Okay. For you guys, this one's based on Kate Bush.
Oh, it's probably something to do with nether regions.
Vag Bush.
Sorry, you think there's a drag queen? I mean, I've not watched a lot of RuPaul's, but do you think there's a drag queen called Vag Bush?
Yes, I do.
It's actually.
No, that wasn't my answer. I was obviously just being silly for some light laughs. Kate
At least
Bush.
the audience doesn't want that. They want accurate answers.
sorry.
I don't know. Like, it's probably something to do with, you know.
You'd keep the bush, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you keep Bush. I feel like you're doing sort of like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just going really, really dirty in my
Oh no, I was
head.
going to say you're doing like a beautiful mind stare.
Yeah.
And there's like
Equations.
various pubic wigs
Yeah.
in front of your face, just sort of like materializing in your
What
imagination.
about Kitty Bush?
Kitty Bush?
It's Kate Butch. It's not as good as that. Yeah. And one more for you, Theresa May. I'll give you a clue.
Theresa.
She's originally from Spain. Theresa May.
Theresa May. Theresa May. Was that the Prime Minister? Is the UK?
It was.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. Do you
What about just her name's Cunty?
sorry.
That's actually correct. It's Choriza May.
Oh,
Chorizo.
Chorizo.
that's
Oh,
fun.
that's funny.
That's fun.
All right.
And
That's
she's
funny.
Spanish.
She's Spanish.
Bit of paella.
choriza.
Yes.
Yeah. This next question's for you guys. Is this Christina Aguilera singing or a air raid siren? Okay. Here we go.
Okay. You.
I
probably
work
know.
with Christina Aguilera.
Ooh.
Horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I've
us
worked with
more.
air raid sirens. They're lovely.
Yeah.
You mean horrible singer or horrible as a
Oh no,
person?
she sings
Yes.
amazingly. She's just horrible.
Oh, difficult.
Can't have it always.
and I will let you.
No,
I'll
what
go
do you
with
reckon?
Well,
Come on.
I think it's Christina.
Okay, let's go ex-Tina.
Correct. It's Christina.
Yes.
Well, now, for you guys.
I would have said air raid siren. If you were asking, I would have gone air raid siren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's your one.
Air raid siren.
Correct. Unfortunately, that is as far as that game can possibly go. Oh,
That was a good one.
there's a quick buzzer round. It's never this early in the show. Oh my gosh, how exciting. Everyone grab a buzzer.
Yep.
Okay. So, what you got to do is you got to buzz in with your answer. I'll tell you the scoring in a second.
This is cool. Where'd you get this from? This little contraption.
This is so cute.
I got it off Amazon and it's a piece of shit. I hate it. Okay.
So, is it the quickest finger first?
Yeah, and I'll say your name. I'll call on you.
Okay.
Okay. I'll try and do it all together. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Stressful music. Okay. A woman's standard tankini is a bathing suit consisting of how many pieces? Stacey.
Tankini.
Yeah.
I think I know this. Now I'm doubting myself. I think it's 2.
2 is correct. The 90s film Operation Dumbo Drop centers around what animal? Dicko.
Elephant.
Correct. Classic English willow pattern ceramics are usually white and what other colours? Stacey.
Blue.
Correct. An alliterative name given to a home's leisure space is the rumpus what? Stacey.
Room.
Correct. Oh my gosh.
Old people question.
I think my buzzer's not working.
That's us.
Which Olympic men's sport has a net which is nearly 8 feet high? Oh, Michael.
Volleyball?
Correct. Yes. Potts Hill is a southwestern suburb of which Australian capital city? Stacey.
I'm not sure, but I think it's Sydney.
Correct. In the original opening title of TV's The Simpsons, who rides a skateboard? Rhi.
But
Correct.
my one question.
The abbreviation trig is used for which branch of mathematics? Oh, Rhi.
Trigonometry.
Correct. In which decade was Alan Shepard the first American to fly into outer space? Tico.
60s.
Correct. Often red with black spots, what is the common name for the coccinellid beetle?
The what?
Oh.
Dicko.
Ladybird.
Correct. The 70s film Smoking the Bandit stars actor Burt who?
Reynolds.
Correct. In which country was the Black Lives Matter civil rights movement? Oh, Michael, that was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was actually buzzing on the last one, but that was wrong on that because I was going to say Bert Newton. Right. What was this question? Sorry.
Black Lives Matter, which country?
Oh, the US.
Correct. And what is Hammerstein from Rogers and Hammerstein's first name? Dicko.
Oscar.
Okay, well done. All right, that was 100% on that round. Not bad.
It's fun.
Those are all the questions that I was asked when I was on the chase. You guys did better than me.
What?
I thought that maybe some of you would get some of them wrong. If you got it right and I got it right, you get 10 points. If you got it right and I got it wrong, you get 20 points.
So was that triggering for you?
No, well, let's have a look.
Standard tankini. 1. The 90s film Operation Dumbo. What animal?
Elephant.
Correct. Classic English willow.
Blue.
Correct. An alliterative name. Give what?
Room.
Correct. What Olympic men's sport?
Volleyball.
Correct. Potts Hill.
Sydney.
Correct. In the original opening titles of what?
Bart.
Correct. The abbreviation TRIG is
Trigonometry.
correct. In which decade was Alan Shepard?
80s.
60s. Often red with black.
Lady Beetle.
Correct. The 70s film.
Reynolds.
Correct. In which country was the Black Lives
America.
Ooh, I'll just see if we snuck it in. Yes, you did. Oh,
You look so smart.
Is this how you fund this?
Yeah. I didn't win.
Now that host of that show, what's he up to nowadays?
Don't worry about it.
I was just wondering that.
I think he's not on
Yeah.
the show anymore.
Yeah. He's gone complete Barnaby Joyce a few times, hasn't he?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you guys would get some of those wrong. But also, the Hammerstein and Rogers and Hammerstein one, Dicko got that correct. He was asked that on Mastermind and he got it correct there. So, I don't
Like
think
Clive
he's-
Palmer there in a cowboy shirt. What the fuck's going on? Where's my dinosaurs? No overtime for you. Not going to pay you. What?
Okay, interesting. So, maybe Dicko's not the mole tonight then, because he could have thrown that one easily. We know he knows it. Interesting. Much to think about. All right, let's get into the next round. This is the this or that round.
Round 4.
Let's do this with buzzers again. That was a bit of fun. Okay, everyone go buzzers. Buzzers. Okay. Is this a real Latin name of a species of bird or a character from Monty Python's Life of Brian? Whose species are hypochondria? Dicko.
Life of Brian.
No, it's a bird. A little finch thing.
It's got
I
poo
didn't
in
know
it.
that. It's got what?
It's got poo in its name.
Oh, it does.
And probably inside it too.
I
Okay.
see your thinking, Dicko. You're like, ah,
I was
poo.
thinking more the hypochondria, really.
I was like, haha,
Buggeranus.
poo.
Buggeranus is the next one. Oh,
That's not a bird.
it is a bird.
It
It's
is a
crane.
bird.
I knew it was going to be
no.
a bird because it had anus in it. I'm like, that's your fucking tricksy bullshit.
It's got bugger
You're
and
always
anus in
playing.
it in one
Yeah.
word.
What sort of bird is that?
It's a crane.
It's a bugger anus bird.
It is a crane. It's like a water bird, but
Yeah.
I didn't know the scientific name.
Biggest dickus.
Oh.
Oh, Michael.
That's got to be a. If you're tricking us, because that's a bird as well.
No, it's like we're 0 for 3 at the moment.
It can't be two birds and then another bird. It was going to be this next.
And
What do you mean?
You can't do three birds in a row.
That's bonkers.
Look at him. He'd be crazy to do
Was
it.
this the birding podcast from earlier? Turdus maximus. Oh, Rhi.
That's not a bird.
It's a bird.
What's it called? Okay, I'm not playing anymore.
No, everyone got it wrong. Everybody
No,
got
I'm
it
not
wrong.
playing that anymore.
You love
Come
birds.
on. I do love birds, but I don't know some of these. Oh,
You're
that's
always mucking
cute.
around with
That's-
birds. This is
that's
from
from
your
my
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
That was actually on my deck.
Yeah.
That was. They were just little. They turned out to be little noisy miners, but they started nesting in a hanging basket. So we basically just abandoned our deck for a couple of months just to let them have some peace and quiet. They're
You
so
are
cute.
so cute.
They were
You
made-
abandoned your deck.
We did because we didn't want to disturb them. But then I did.
You were like, I'm going to give this mother a dream postpartum.
yes, exactly.
She's going to be unbothered, looked after. I love you.
But to get, isn't that a cute?
Maddie,
little
do you
nest?
want a new mum? Do you want like a second mum? What if I married your mum?
But I had to get up high to get that shot. And when I did, I think I also had another shot, but they had all their little mouths open like,
They're not really cute, though, are they? That's
Oh no,
Well,
they're hideous.
ugly but interesting.
They look more like dim
That's
sums.
what my
don't they?
son looked like when he was born. Exactly that, lasagna. Yuck.
Here's them making noise.
Just while the mum's away. Oh, there's the little chicks. Oh my goodness. Oh, God.
Christina
So
Aguilera
Mum will be
already
back soon.
Aren't they cute? Look at those big mouths.
They're so
You know how
cute.
like birds feed baby birds by
They
throwing up
regurge.
into- If you've got a nest of baby birds on your deck and the
Yes.
mother has abandoned them, should you chew and spit into the baby? Should you do that?
Great
or
question.
Are there other ways to do it? No, you shouldn't.
wouldn't have the same enzymes and stuff in your stomach that would probably make them
No,
sick.
fair enough.
You'd probably poison them.
You need to ring Wilvos.
Yeah, exactly.
I know this. My wife's a wildlife carer, and just before I came today, she was out, and I had to feed a cuckoo shrike, 2 fairy wrens, a baby currawong, and a baby magpie.
Wow.
You
And
are
you didn't.
multi-talented.
And you didn't spit in any of them. out.
I didn't gob in any of their mouths, Michael.
They're special little
Although
mixtures.
there was one, there's a magpie called Nathan that we soft relief who hangs around, and he's trying to feed the little baby magpie, and I gave him some food, and he tried to pop it in my mouth. And he's done this before. He's tried to feed me a fucking moth before, Nathan has, which is kind of cute, but it can fuck off.
Nathan is such a funny name for a man.
Nathan's such a good name. This magpie Nathan.
Nathan.
Anyway, he tries to feed me moss. You sound insane.
Okay, this next question. It's another buzzer one. Are you familiar with the concept of nominative determinism? So it's like
What
so
does
it's-
that even mean?
it's a
Yes,
theory-
I am Mr. Question.
So this has nothing to do with Monty Python.
No,
Oh, we
this
moved
is a
on?
question. Yeah, yeah.
Done, okay.
So it's a theory that people like gravitate towards things because of their names. For example, Usain Bolt is a sprinter.
Yes.
Right,
Lane
okay.
Beachley
I thought
is
that was a stage
surfer.
name.
No, that's his real name.
That's awesome.
I like
Bonkers.
this. This is
Okay.
good.
So I'm going to give you some athletes. I need you to tell me which sports they compete in. They're all examples of nominative determinism.
Okay.
Jeff Float. Oh, Dicko.
Is he a sailor?
He's a swimmer. I'm sorry. Katie Volley Nets. Oh, Rhi.
Volleyball.
No, she's a tennis player.
What the fuck?
Oh, volley.
But then that's cheating.
Toby Saban.
Toby's-
Or Michael.
Like surfing?
No, he's a soccer player. He's a goalkeeper.
Oh, it's a goalkeeper. Oh, right. I was thinking about surfing.
Oh,
like
he's
saving.
saving. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And Vanya Stumble-Over.
What?
Oh, Stacey.
Maybe like marathon. So
Oh.
you stumble over the line.
Okay.
She's a cook.
Oh, she's actually a hurdler. She famously stumbled over at the
stumble.
Olympics. It
I got
was-
the stumble
very
thing,
funny.
but I was thinking more like stumble over the finish line.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like Pavlova.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's good at cooking or something.
As a sport.
Gold
Her
medal
sport
in-
was MasterChef.
Yeah, gold medal in home ec.
I've got a joke around to see who can tell me the answer to this joke.
What the fuck is this?
It's an animal theme. What's the difference between an echidna and a police
Oh,
car?
I know this one. Oh,
Oh, yes.
hang on. I always get my punchline mixed up. Let me get this. The difference between an echidna and a police car, all the pricks are in the inside.
Yeah.
That's
And I
great.
don't think that. I don't think... Because
Stacey Ranger's like, A-cab, A-cab, A-cab.
I have heard that one before.
I know, and here it is.
Stacey, I've got a joke for you. What's the difference between an echidna and a police car?
Something about spikes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The difference is, in a police car, all the pricks are on the inside.
Did that go to air?
That's awful. I don't like that joke at all.
What am I doing? What is going on with that hair? Like it's a helmet.
No, you look
The hair
amazing.
rules.
You look amazing. That's so fun. Did they tell you they were going to do that beforehand? Or were you just sprung that?
No, that's the way. If anyone remembers Agro's Cartoon Connection, that was the show. It was just very inappropriate,
It's so
very
funny.
spontaneous. And I used to hope that my bosses, because back then obviously I was wearing the uniform, I worked for Queensland National Parks and Wildlife Service, and I did it in work time, and they thought I was like being seriously like educating kids, and this is what I was up to.
It's so funny to imagine aggro at like the police protests being like aggro being like I can't like it's.
Pricks are on the inside. Pricks are on the inside.
We love aggro. We stand aggro.
Yeah, he's awesome.
What
He's
a big-
hot too.
How many, do you just want to fuck Australian icons? Is that kind of your vibe?
Yes, it is. It is.
Watch out. All right. Oh, it's time for the final round. A correct answer will... Oh,
Quick fire.
sorry. A correct answer will get you 20 points. An incorrect answer will lose you 20 points.
Who's scoring, by the way?
Oh, Alana's scoring.
Oh, okay.
She'll set
That's
it
what
through
you're
to
doing
the
down
end,
there. I thought you were really seriously playing along.
She's doing her tax returns. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, everyone's got their buzzers. Okay.
Yep.
Oh god.
Oh, I was trying to think of an alternate answer to that one. An echidna and a policeman. One is a lieutenant, and the other one would love tenants. To eat. No one could think of
I don't
anything
get
better.
it.
No,
Yeah.
because
One,
they eat ants.
one's an egg-laying mammal,
Yes, I'm
and the other
monitoring.
is an echidna.
Hey,
That's
all right.
true.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh.
He,
I'm so confused.
he would love 10 ants to eat for dinner.
Termites.
Ah, never mind.
Tell me later.
Okay.
Like, it's just too much to think about up here. I'm thinking, what am I doing? Like, what is this?
No,
Okay.
you're doing great. Okay. All right, this is the final round. This is where we can really make some differences in the scores. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Celebrated on February 2nd, what is the name of the American tradition that involves an animal emerging from its burrow to predict the length of winter? Dicko.
Groundhog Day.
Correct. Which 1993 film follows a television weatherman played by Bill Murray? Dicko.
Groundhog Day.
Correct. In the song Mambo No. 5, the instructions include shaking your head to the sound and putting your hand where?
In the
Stacey.
air?
No, on the ground.
Like you just don't care.
No. What is
So,
the
oh, sorry, I just lost 20 points.
What is the animal theme's name for the Harley Davidson motorcycle? Dicko.
Hogs.
Correct. What is the opposite of night? Stacey.
Day.
Correct. Enough of that. Big Chungus is an internet joke centered around a fat version of which famous cartoon character? Rhi.
Is it Squidward?
No, it's Bugs Bunny.
Oh.
What slang word meaning bum actually refers to a railway wagon with accommodation for the train crew that is typically attached to the end of a train?
What the fuck?
Oh,
Is it
Michael.
Is it caboose?
Caboose is correct.
Oh,
well
good
done.
one, Michael.
By what name beginning with S is herpes zoster also known?
What the fuck? Fuck you, Eamon.
Oh, Dicko.
Scabies?
No, shingles.
Oh.
By what name is Siddhartha Gautama more commonly known throughout the world?
Can you give us a clue?
No.
And why did I do that? I just buzzed.
Oh, yeah, you buzzed in.
Say it again.
Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha.
Don't
Siddhartha.
cheat.
Siddhartha.
He's trying to help me. Siddhartha. Is it? You've got nice teeth.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, 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 hey!
You can have the point. It was Buddha. No, I'm just kidding. Which car manufacturer has a name that translates into English as the people's car? Oh, Dicko.
Volkswagen.
Correct. What would the Joker sound like if he could beatbox? Rhi.
Sorry, I just want to make sure quickly before I answer. The question is, what would the Joker sound like if he could beatbox?
Yeah.
It'd be like,
Correct. Which city was the TV show Gossip Girl set in?
wait, what?
Which city was Gossip Girl set in?
New York.
Correct. Which fictional character from 1883 has a nose that grows when they lie? Rhi.
Pinocchio.
Correct. Which Australian snakes are found in 3 species, inland, coastal and central ranges? Oh, Stacey.
Taipan.
Correct. Which professor is the head of Gryffindor House at Hogwarts? Oh, Rhi.
It's Professor McGonagall.
Correct. Which English Premier League team has a cannon on their logo? Stacey.
Arsenal.
Correct. Which type of nuts are found in a classic Toblerone chocolate? Oh, Stacey.
I love Toblerone. Almonds.
Yes, actually, well done. And what word can be used to describe a large piece of something and an attractive man? Oh, Rhi.
A large piece of something and an attractive a hunk.
Correct. Well done. How interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Wow, she's actually really smart.
It's also in.
She knows the word hunk.
Okay.
Wow, everyone here is really impressed and wet and hard.
Well, okay. Now I want everyone to think about who they think the mole is. I've got some theories. Have you got some theories?
I always forget about the mole until you're like, let's
Yeah.
let's ever think about the mole.
But aren't you always the mole?
Yeah, I know, but I just do what I do.
Okay. Rhi, who do you think the mole is?
I think the mole might be Dicko. Or
Oh, whoa. Sorry.
what's the? I think the mole actually might be Ranger Stacey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you're so beautiful.
Poker face.
Poker face. When you answered with your horror movie, it was unconvincing.
Okay.
But I think besides that, I think you're a wonderful, beautiful slice, a dish.
Not a hunk.
Not a hunk. You're too beautiful and femme for a hunk. But I'm in love with you. But I'm sorry to say, I think you're the mole.
Okay.
That's all right.
But you
I
have
can
no
take it.
mole-like qualities. You are literally perfect.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm not really, but thank you. I'll take it.
Stacey, who do you think the
I
mole might
think
be?
the mole. I mean, everyone was very good.
Yeah.
Like Dicko was amazing. I'm so glad I had you as my.
Oh,
partner.
okay.
But I think Michael might be
Okay.
the mole because I think he's smarter than what he displayed
Careful.
today.
You're wrong.
I did try my best, so.
Michael, who do you think the mole is?
Well, I mean, just to react to what has just happened, I think it was Ranger Stacey, actually. We're going to be... no, because I think if I was the kind of person who had waited around a green room to meet Gene Simmons, I would know that those are the nicknames of the members of KISS.
Of course.
That's
That
what
is a good point.
yeah.
We did forget about that.
I feel like it's Dicko. Look at his fucking eyes.
You're
I
you're
changed my
voted.
mind. Look at his eyes.
Huh?
Who do you think the mole might be?
I think it's Rhi.
Oh, okay.
It's always fucking Rhi.
It's always fucking.
Those are the rules. I don't make them up.
You're just coming for me because we're not on the same team anymore. And
We used to be called the Hot
we used to be
Sluts.
called the Hot Sluts, and Eamon disbanded us, I guess, because he thought I'd get handsy with Ranger Stacey. He made the right call, obviously.
He's like our Yoko Ono. He split
he
us up.
split us up.
It's also because Dicko kept saying, Rhi's a hot slut, so am I, and the audience was very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
So Dicko and I did the show together twice as Hot Sluts as our team name. And after the first show, it was our first proper time, really, we're being on the same team and, getting to know each other. And when Dicko brought me on for the second show, he introduced me to the audience as a hot slut. He was like, this next act, she's a hot slut, it's Rhi Down. And everyone was like, fucking hell, man. Are you fucking okay? And then he said it again and everyone was like, stop saying that. You're making everyone uncomfortable. But I was like... It It's me. But yeah.
Fortunately, I don't have a job, so I can't be cancelled.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
And now we're going to get the audience vote. So make some noise if you think Dicko is the mole. No? Ooh, interesting.
That's manipulation.
Oh, you did? You did? Okay, we've got one. Make some noise if you think Stacey might be the mole.
Guys, if you fucking cheer for me, I'm going to lose it.
Make some noise if you think Michael might be the mole.
Very interesting.
And make some noise if you think Rhi might be the mole.
Oh my God, you guys, thank you so much.
So the audience
It's overwhelming.
has tied the votes between Stacey and Michael, which is interesting. Which
Has
means
no one put their hand up for me? Did they?
no, nobody did. Nobody cheered. Nobody thought you were the mole.
That's not true. I said Ranger Stacey was mole and so did Michael.
Oh, I'm just the audience.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, of course.
Yeah,
because
Michael
you're
and-
perfect.
Michael and Rhi.
You're
Perfect.
beloved.
Between us.
You're an icon.
Yeah.
Between
The
you and
mole.
I.
Oh.
One of you's the mole, which is very interesting. Now, let me give you an update on the scores. Team Rhi and Michael, 155 points.
Wow.
Team Dicko and Stacey, 240 points.
Oh my God.
So they've won. So if Michael is the mole, he's been successful. If Stacey's the mole, unsuccessful moling. So Stacey, are you the mole?
Well, I couldn't actually. No. The thing is, when I got the card at the beginning, I couldn't see because I didn't have my glasses. But then when you said it's in gold, I did see something, and I think it just said player, so it didn't say mole.
So you're not the mole.
I'm not the mole.
Michael.
Which means, Michael,
Is that true?
are you the mole?
I've been the mole the whole time.
Oh, well done.
I mean, they all fucking knew, I guess. I don't know.
I fucking trusted you, bro.
Well, there were a couple of ones that I knew but didn't buzz in on.
Yeah,
and
that
then
must have been
and there was
hard.
a couple of other ones where I tried to buzz in to give a wrong answer, but you buzzed in quicker than me, but then you also gave a wrong answer. So I was like, my goodness, this job is so easy.
You know, you are the
My
first.
feelings are incredibly hurt. I know that I'm only brought on this show as someone with looks. Like, I know that I'm here for eye candy and eye candy alone, but it still hurts to be stereotyped as a hot slut. Can I just say?
I thought you loved that.
No, I actually do love it. I don't care about this game.
No, yes, you do. You love it. It means everything to you. You are the first mole at a live show to actually pull it off. You're
Really?
the first person to ever do it.
Very
Please give it up for Michael
talented.
Hing.
Good
Oh my
job.
God.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
job.
you. My treachery knows no bounds.
You've got a show today, but it's sold out, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can try and get in. We were going to put in some extra seats, but lefties across the road. But the staff there said people won't be able to see, and it'll be a bad experience. So
Well,
you
that's
can't buy
just watching
tickets.
your show, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey,
Fucking mole!
Rhi, what have you got coming up? Anything?
Nothing. I'm pregnant. Nothing.
Okay.
I'm just going to be a fucking...
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. I'm just going to be a real piece of shit
what?
for the next 6 months. Just angry, hungry.
dude, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's
See,
my...
I thought you were joking.
It's my second, so it's not as
Wow.
big of a deal. It's because you know what's coming. Do you know what I mean? And it's shit.
That's exciting.
Well, I'm excited, but
Do
I'm
you
also...
have prepartum depression?
Yeah, I'm prepartum, I'm postpartum because I've got a 1-year-old and I'm not well. No, I've got my Lexapro, I'm fine, but I am tired.
And you've been a naughty girl. Stacey, what have you got coming up?
What have I got coming up? Oh, same old, really. Nothing super exciting, but I have just found out I've been nominated for a Distinguished Past Students Award at my old university.
Aw.
So that is coming up. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, so I don't know.
I think
I'll
we'll get
keep
it.
you informed.
And Dicko, what about you?
Oh, I'm just going to be persuading parents who haven't got enough money to waste their cash on their talentless kids.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Thanks.
actually, I've got something I'd like to promote.
Yeah.
I host trivia for Aimon
Oh, yeah.
at the Prince Consort on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And it's really fun.
Come along.
And if you want to come along and see me, you can come. Come along on a Tuesday. I have a lot of fun. It's really nice. I don't do jokes or anything. I'm just like, it's really wholesome.
You make people boo me, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
so
actually,
sweet.
I do. I make every time there's a question that I don't like or a question the crowd doesn't like, I make them boo Aimon. I go boo. Some of them like know who you are, obviously, and then some of them don't. They like, who's Aimon? I'm like, boo, boo Aimon. And then like sometimes if I can't say a word, I make them boo you. Like if I don't know how to pronounce the word, I'm like boo, boo. It's a lot of fun, actually. I love trivia. I wish I could just do trivia. If I could just host trivia every night and stop doing comedy,
Yeah.
I'd actually be such a happy person.
You'd be like
I
me.
think I'd be no, I don't want that. But I think I'd be much more mentally well. You know, I love it. I love it.
Thanks so much for coming along, everyone. You're a fantastic audience. Really enjoyed it today.
beautiful.
We'll hopefully see you next time. Take care. Enjoy the Caxton Street Comedy Festival.
Thanks very much.